Hey everybody, so last night I saw The Secret Life of Pets 2, directed by Chris Renaud and Jonathan Dayval, starring Patton Oswalt, Kevin Hart, Harrison Ford, Eric Stonestreet, Jenny Slate, and Tiffany Haddish. The Secret Life of Pets 2 is a combination of three short stories that feel like they were ideas made by Illumination as DVD shorts or Blu-ray shorts that got pushed together into one movie, with small connecting pieces that allow them all to come together into a fourth and final short at the end of the movie. And that's the main problem with this movie. There is no one strong narrative story. It spends time with these separate characters experiencing their own separate stories. And that is what I feared from the trailers. Watching these trailers, it looked like there wasn't a overarching narrative story to this movie, and I feared that it would be a combination of small skits that formed a loose narrative that you could gleam off of. Whereas this one had three small narratives spread out over three small short stories, which, like I said, did come together in the end and used elements of all three short stories to create the final end goal. And that being said, I like the separate stories, some more than others. There were a few very fun segments in this movie. I surprisingly found myself enjoying some of the things that the movie did, and it surprised me at some of the creativeness that was going on screen. I have my own problems with Illumination Studios. To me, they only have one good movie, in Despicable Me. I particularly don't find any of their movies overly creative, stylized, or told very well to begin with. And all of those faults appear in this movie. To me, some of the animation is very off-putting. The designs of the animals are okay, but they feel lazy at times. And the designs for the humans look the same in every Illumination movie, and I just don't like the way they're stylized. It'd be different if each person looked different from movie to movie. But the characters from Despicable Me look like the same characters from The Secret Life of Pets 2, that look like the same characters from the Lorax from 2009. It changed characters, changed what the movie looked like. Pixar, every movie looks different. Illumination movies, aside from Sing, which is because they're anthropomorphic animals instead this time, they all more or less look the same. Even the Grinch, where the Who's and the Grinch are covered in fur, they still look like the basic humans, just a little bit of fur on them. And it really takes away from the movie creatively, I think, and stylistically. But oh wait, where was I? Oh, I haven't fuck. The backgrounds are impressive at times. I would say sometimes they do feel a bit more lazy, but when you see New York City as the background, as that backdrop, especially at night, it looks really, really impressive. Like I said, Pixar really is helped by being Pixar and being incredibly creative and having money behind it, which Illumination movies really never have that much money behind them, which is kind of my problem with the studio. But they still have their own style to it. There are a lot of times where the background in this movie just kind of looked slapped in, like it was made very hastily. Not a lot of thought was put into it at times, but it still looks good, I'd say. This movie's a lot better than I thought it was going to be going into it. Unlike the first, it steers away from a more narrative-driven story, like I said, and in ways that works better for the characters, but also it feels like something's missing because of it, like I said. But I feel the casting of Patton Oswalt, the recasting, should I say, as Max, is much better than the original casting of Louis C.K. That's nothing against Louis, or it doesn't have anything to do with his Me Too case. I just feel Oswalt is a better fit for the character overall, and a better voice actor. As for Haddish and Harrison Ford, I like Tiffany Haddish in live action movies. I think she's a good comedian. I like her chops. But just like in Lego Movie 2, I'm not sure how good of a voice actor she could be. But I feel Harrison Ford does a good job. He's hardly in the movie, unfortunately, and sometimes his delivery feels a little awkward. But he does a much better job as a voice actor than I thought he would. Finally, this movie comes in at about an hour and 20 minutes, and it feels like it takes up a lot more time than that. I don't know why. It is a quick movie now that I think about it, but it just seems like it takes a lot longer. I think that could be because they're hopping between story to story to story, character, 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 going on with that. I think that feels like it adds a little bit more time to it. But in the end, I like The Secret Life of Pets 2 better than I thought I would, like I said. It's not great or near the level of a decent Pixar or DreamWorks movie, but for Illumination production, it's pretty good. So I'm going to give The Secret Life of Pets 2 a 6.2 out of 10.